Have you seen this chart right here? Look right here. The legendary Gaussian channel has just flashed green. Let's talk about the last times we flashed green coming out of a bear market. 2012 went from red to green and we stayed green for more than 600 days. Fast forward to 2015, coming out of a long extended bear market, finally flashed green, stayed green for more than 600 days. 2018, 2019, coming out of a long extended bear market, turned from red, flashed green, stayed green for more than 600 days. Is that going to happen right now for Bitcoin? And what would that mean for the Bitcoin price? All of that and more in today's video. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Steve. On this channel, we do it different. We stand out from the crowd. When they go left, we go right. We base it all on the facts in the charts. If you like facts in the charts, hit that subscribe button. You're going to love it here. Did you hit the button? Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump straight into the video. So the legendary Gaussian channel, we can see the beautiful green. It's been a very long time since we've been green. We've been red literally since February of last year. It's been a long road. Now, we have the Gaussian channel. The Gaussian channel is comprised of three components, right? We have the top of the channel here, we have the bottom of the channel here, and we have the median line of the channel, which is that thick line. Now, there are two colors of the Gaussian channel. Green, which is really good, red, which is not so good. When we're in red for a long extended period of time, it often is the bear market. It depends on the time frame, but we're on the 4-day at the moment. I'll explain why the 4-day here in a moment, but you can see the long extended red period is the bear market of every single market cycle, right? And the cool thing is Bitcoin was red back in 2014, 2015 for about 430 days. We were red in 2018, 2019 for just under 400 days, and we've been red so far, just switching to green, for 400 days. So every single cycle we were red for just about the same amount of time, which leads me to question, are we going to have that 600-ish days of green? Because we had that 600-ish days of green back here in 2012, 2013, same thing here, 2015, 2016, 2017, and we saw it in our previous cycle, a ton of green, a ton of momentum for price action. So simply put, when you have the Gaussian channel and you're inside or below the Gaussian channel, it happens in every single bear market. Once you pull yourself out and get from below the Gaussian channel on top of the Gaussian channel, that's when things start to happen. You can see our market cycle back here, 2014, 2015, below the Gaussian channel, bottom of the bear market, come into the Gaussian channel, good sign. The good sign is when you really get out of the Gaussian channel and flip to green. So 2018, we were below the Gaussian channel, we got out of the Gaussian channel and we flipped to green, and it was smooth sailing from there. And that's precisely what we're looking for. You know, same all the way back to 2011. When we're below that Gaussian channel, it's literally the best time to buy on earth. It'll be the best time of your life to buy. We covered it at length right here on this channel, even when everyone said we're going a lot lower. We had our first bottom here, our second bottom here, incredibly strong bullish divergence at that moment. And you can see our market cycle where we are right now, present day. This was our 2018 top. This is total market cap, Bitcoin and all altcoins. This was our top of the cycle in 2018. This was our bottom in June, our double bottom in November. We have protected this level, which is roughly 753 billion. We protected that level with the first bottom here, second bottom here. We saw protection of that. We saw a bullish engulfing candle here, and we have been off to the races. So here we are, present day. Bitcoin's price action is above the Gaussian channel, and we've just switched to green. We just covered how these previous cycles are acting as they always have in every market cycle. There is nothing out of the ordinary about what's happening. This large rally coming out of the bear market literally dragged Bitcoin out of a bear and into a bull. We have entered the first phase of the bull run, but it's not what you expect. This first phase of the bull run will catch everybody by surprise because they think, oh my God, we've entered a bull run. Steve said we entered a bull run. Why aren't prices just exploding to the moon? Let's cover that because you can see what price action is doing, right? We are above the Gaussian channel. Before we get into that, let me explain why the 4-day. If we go to our typical 5-day, we're not green yet, but the difference between the 4 and the 5-day is the 4-day is just foreshadowing of what is right around the corner. And you talk about false signals, there are no false signals switching from a long extended bear market into a bull cycle switching to green. So we can see the future a little bit sooner on the 4-day without any false signals. And that's why I bring you today, right here, you and I, to the 4-day. So our journey continues to question, hey, how is this cycle going to look? Is it going to be that 600 days of green? Let's look in the details because 2018 acted a little differently. That's because we had quite the flush out with the A, B, C correction. We had our first bottom here and our double bottom here. Generally, the market double bottoms within this red cycle. We had our first bottom here, our double bottom here. This market, first bottom here, double bottom here. Yes, we double bottom within the red, but we did have this transition of green here with the interim cycle from our pivot low of about 3K up to 14K. Remember, that was short-lived. We didn't build the proper market structure. This was never going to last. And the market needed to have another flush out. So we did have our first bottom here, second bottom here within one cycle. So we're not closely similar to 2018 at the moment. So far, for the entirety of the bear market, for the past year and a half, we've been comparing the fractal pattern of the 2014-2015. Because when you look at Bitcoin from every angle possible, to be a disciplined trader, to look at these fractal patterns with specific details, we are closely resembling the fractal pattern of this market cycle from 2014-2015. So if we zoom in and we ask ourselves, okay, well, what happened last time that we were green, right? When we switched from red to green? Well, last time, the fractal pattern that's closest to what present day is, price action was above, we switched from red to green, right? Now, here's where it gets interesting. When we had price action above and we switched from red to green, Bitcoin literally took 200 days to reach a higher price, meaning we had already had our high price right here, right? On November 1st, 2015. Then we switched to green and Bitcoin could not get higher than that November 1st price for the next 200 days. Now, this is what I'm talking about with phase one of the bull run. Phase one of the bull run has to build proper market structure at that first leg. Bitcoin is dragged out of the bull run or out of the bear into the bull with the rally from here to here. And it took a lot of energy for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is very tired. Bitcoin has to create market structure. So the market sort of dies down. We build out the proper market structure, which is our new stair step up, right? We build the foundation here. We built the bottom base here. And then this is just built right on top of this bottom base. This bottom base acts as our support, and we start building our structure out, and then Bitcoin starts moving higher and higher, quicker and quicker. That is what we're looking at. So if that were to happen present day, right? Again, Bitcoin's price is way up here, way above what's happening. We switch from red to green, and here we are. So if Bitcoin did the same thing with 200-ish days not reaching above this price of about 31K, it would bring us out to roughly November-ish of this year, where Bitcoin is not going to get above this price. Now, would that be out of the ordinary? Absolutely not. I mean, even look way back here when we switched from red to green. This is a very different market cycle, but we can still draw some similarities because this high price here, it took Bitcoin, and this was again during phase one of the bull run, it took Bitcoin 162 days to get from a higher price here. And then Bitcoin really took off. Bitcoin will really take off once you break prior resistance areas. And the only way to break all prior resistance areas is to get a new all-time high. Once Bitcoin gets a new all-time high, then the market starts moving very quickly. But it's a slow, methodical rise to the new all-time high. even when you have parabolic rises like this, we didn't get anywhere near our new all-time high. And it took Bitcoin with this pivot high here of 2019. You're not going to want to know what I'm about to tell you, but what I'm about to tell you is pure facts. I've got to tell you. This run right here is what dragged Bitcoin out of the bear market and into the bull. And this marked the top of that first rally. And Bitcoin took several hundred days to recover in price. We're talking 500 days, right? So back here, about 200 days, back here about 160, and here was 500 days. So that first leg of the bull run is not what everyone is going to dream about. And it's not what the headlines are going to be. All the headlines later this year are going to be Bitcoin enters bull run 100K by the end of the year. And everyone's going to say that. It's going to be written in all the news articles. It's going to be widely discussed, and it's just not going to happen. There is zero chance, in my opinion, that Bitcoin reaches 100K this year. Zero chance. I also don't believe there's a chance that Bitcoin gets above 50K, just based on all of the facts. And we did a video last week about it, but I'll just give you the quick and dirty right here. When you look at the highest rises in that first year of the bull, it gets to roughly here, right? This is the first year of the bull run. This was our highest price. We did not get a new all-time high. You want to look at 2011, the first year of the bull, we did not get a new all-time high. This was our most highest price during that entire first year of the bull. 2019, this was a parabolic rise, unlike anything we've seen out of the bear market, and it still didn't reach an all-time high in the first year of the bull. So to get a new all-time high in the first year of the bull is impossible for Bitcoin. So it's not even going to get above 70K, let alone 100K. But I guarantee later this year, all the articles will say 100K this year. There's zero chance that's going to happen. Zero. Now, how high could Bitcoin get? When we look at the highest Bitcoin got, was roughly 30% below the all-time high. And we did it a few times, right? Even back here in 2014, 2015, when we get down to here, this was our highest price, roughly 35% below. That's the highest Bitcoin could get. And I believe it was a little bit lower back here in 2011. Yeah, it was about 50% below. So the highest Bitcoin could get, just based on the data, is just roughly 35% below its all-time high, which is below 50K, which is why I've said on record, I do not believe Bitcoin is going to get above 50K this year. Even though it's the first leg of the bull run, even though we've got to be excited, even though potentially the next 600 days could be green for Bitcoin in this Gaussian channel. But it's likely we are not going to get above 50K. I know you're not going to want to hear that. I know once everyone starts saying the bull run has started, everyone's going to be calling for way over 50K, but you're going to remain level-headed. You've got the facts now. They don't have the facts. You've got the facts. You're right here. You've subscribed to the channel. We've got the facts here. So what is it going to mean for Bitcoin then? Are we going to be green for the next 600 days, and what can we expect? So if we were green for the next 600-ish days, where would that bring us to? And what would that look like? If you look at the trajectory, right? The first leg of the bull run, as we've spoke about, that first year is methodical, it's slow moving. Bitcoin doesn't start to really move until it breaks its new all-time high, and that's a couple years out. Same thing, 2014, 2015 coming out, a couple hundred days of non-action. Once we got above the all-time high, which is here, then Bitcoin started to move into phase 2 of the bull run, which is the parabolic top, okay? And sometimes that's short-lived, like the past cycle, but the cycle in 2017, that parabolic top was roughly 244 days. The parabolic top of 2011, once we got a new all-time high, was roughly 280 days. So 200-ish days of a parabolic top. What happened most recently, we were here and we had, if you count this part, we had 300-ish days because we had this transition here. This was our market cycle top. We'll take a measure from here just to see where we're at. It's 114 days. This was our true market top. This was our double top. So that's what we can expect. We can expect a blow off top of about 100 or 200 days of phase 2 of the bull run. Are we close to phase 2? Hell no. When would phase 2 potentially happen based on this Gaussian channel that's in front of us and the data that we have available? We're talking about from our pivot bottom We'll just measure from our pivot bottom until our new all-time high, about 500 days. Our pivot bottom here to our new all-time high, we're talking about roughly 800 days, and our pivot bottom to our new all-time high here was about 700 days. So if we talk about, 500 to 700 days from our pivot bottom to get to that turning point of the market cycle where we reach phase 2, we're talking about like August of next year and potentially as early as December of later this year, very, very at the end of this year, turning into that. But again, the data that we pointed out, the end of this year is not so likely. That would be the earliest, but the data is saying not very possible. So it's more likely towards the middle to end of next year where Bitcoin could potentially reach an all-time high, but definitely not this year. So we've analyzed this from every angle. I wanted to say this Friday, check your email. There's going to be a major email released this Friday. Check your email, mark your calendars. And now I need some help from the community. I need your help. If you like our channel or you hate our channel, I still need your help. What we all know to be true, based on all the facts and evidence, is crypto is male dominated. There's not a lot of females in crypto, and we need more females in crypto because this is an incredible opportunity that everybody should be a part of to build wealth for their family into the future and invest in something that's still new, that's still doubted. We need more women. I've seen this problem. Our channel, I think, is like 92% men. We do have, 8% women. Shout out to you guys. But I want more women in crypto and potentially in our community. In order to do that, we made this really cool video to promote women in crypto. I'm going to put it on our Twitter on Wednesday. All I ask is you go to our Twitter on Wednesday, whether you're following or not, and just retweet it. There's no promotional crap in the video. There's no sign up to our website. There's nothing that. It's just pure, let's promote women in crypto. Crypto is really, really cool. Not a lot of women in there. All I ask is on Wednesday, you go to our Twitter and you retweet that. That's it. Even if you have 0 followers or 1, it doesn't matter. Just go and retweet it. And that step alone is already preparing you more for the future and spreading positivity and getting more women into crypto, which everybody should have an opportunity for this. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. It's kind of like saying, hey, Apple in the early days, maybe a lot of men were investing in Apple in the early days and maybe they got very, very wealthy from that. But what if they shared their knowledge? What if they promoted it to women and got more people involved? The world would be a different place. So I want you to do that on Wednesday. I'm going to come back with more fire this week. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.